Hi, Bo here from High Tech Investment, and welcome back to the channel where today I'm going to show you how you can make 10% every single month. You don't need any trading experience whatsoever. All you have to do is find a couple of links for yourself, and afterwards the 10% will start pouring into your pockets. Now, does it sound too easy? It actually is. This service here has now been running for quite a few years. And we have a lot of our own trading signals in here that we put forward to new unexperienced traders so they can actually get into the Forex world and then start experiencing how it is to have gains every single month. Now, if it's, again, put it dollar signs in front of it, basically what I'm going to show you here today, that you can get started with as little as $3,000. And if $3,000 sounds a lot, then you can always go into cent accounts, and that means that all you need is $30, and with that you can basically get your 3,000 in a year's time up to more than 8,000. That is a compounding calculation in here that provides around 185%. If you do, as I explained in this particular video in here, you find your links, and basically every single month from there on you should be able to cash in from all these Forex robots. Now, you might have seen that every single week, every single month, I produce my results for all the EAs that I'm trading. This particular EA in here has 5 at least. That goes beyond 10% every single month. And obviously something similar is what we are considering for you here today, except I'm going to use 3 different EAs. That doing it in different ways and also in different currency pairs, and show you how you can get started and how this is actually good business. Now, in the news reports, there is also a bit of a linking service that I show every single week. The ones that are having the lowest drawdowns, the one that are having the highest profits. And it's actually from that particular list in here, I'm going to pick 3 out today that I think you should have a closer look at, and then we'll do the calculations together. So your journey actually starts here on the expertforex.com website. Again, you can find all the EAs that some of the ones that we are also trading here, they have. So if you want to go and do that, that is a possibility. Otherwise, you can go up here. So when it comes to the paid members forum, to figure out exactly what you will be getting out of it. And this is the new setup. It will tell you everything that you need to know about the benefits that you are getting in here. And it says here, become a premium forum member. And it will also tell you exactly when you click on it, how much you have to pay. You can do that on a monthly basis, or you can do that on a yearly basis. All the benefits that are in here, up to 11 different ones, including one-on-one trading mentorship. And then you have special interest clubs here also using AI for trading. These ones are the new ones. So there's definitely a good way to get started in here. But what we are looking for is the link to success service. And this particular one in here is the one that we're going to have a closer look at and give you the details. And in this particular one in here, if we make this just slightly bigger, easier to read, one of the things is the item number 5 in here. Premium members and trial subscribers can link to 3 accounts for free. And if you need more accounts, then you can basically purchase them in here. So this is obviously very, very beneficial. You can start off with 3 free ones, and then you can add additional ones. And you can also get all the way up to unlimited if that is what you want. Further down here, there is links that have recently been changed. You have all the linkable accounts. So this is one of the lists that we have in here with the current status. You have some suspended. You'll also see exactly different types of EAs. So this is in shorthand what they are. And this is the list here that we're going to use today. So the account risk analysis information. It will tell you exactly the floating profit and loss. It will show you the worst week and the best week. And you can see some of them we have to read out some of the details in here. The drawdowns are way too high, negative in the last 8 weeks. So even though they're on top, you have to sort them out first in order to get the right results. And I'm doing that for you here today. There's also some portfolios in here that has set up. You can see a lot of our links that has the C at the end is doing quite well. Some good percentages in here, 64%, that's nice. And obviously, again, diversify your portfolio, which is part of what we are actually doing here today also, with 3 different links, 3 different EAs, and obviously also different currency pairs. You have also information on cent accounts. So if you're starting off with a low amount of money and you still want to be part of it, then that is the best way to go. You can see the useful link and account videos. And basically here, quick, simple linking process. Join the premium club. Make sure you have 3 demo accounts. You should always start off with on the demo accounts. And if you like what is actually happening on the trading, so when you are linked up, you can switch over to live accounts, real live money. And again, it tells you what you have to do. You have to download the receiver robot and then install the robot onto the MetaTrader platform here. So this is your broker. Load it on a chart and then use the settings to figure out which trading account you actually want. So these things are very, very simple, and I'll also show you that particular process today, how simple it actually is. So what you're looking at here is the Excel that I just showed from the Expert Forex website before. I've downloaded that particular one, and then I also sorted it because I don't want to have anything that is high risk. So first of all, I go in for the floating profit and loss. I don't want to see anything over minus 300. The highest we have is the top one here, minus 229. So that's okay. That's not too bad at all. Then I go and have a return on the total drawdown over here. I want to make sure it's minimum 100% or higher. And you can see the top one, 200%. Some even say no risk, 118,000. So that should be good. The lowest one we have, I think, is 144 in here. We have a red one, but that's 337. So that's good. Then we also go total negative in dollars again in the last 8 weeks. I don't want to see anything over minus 300 because again, that will give you a drawdown of about 30% on a $1,000 account. And all of them is very nice in check, only 2 digits. The only one we have on top again is 3 digits minus 147. So that is manageable. That's about 14-15%. So I'm happy with that. And then they also adjusted again here for percentage gains in the last 8 weeks. It goes from high and then all the way down to low. So clearly you can just take the first ones up here and then you are okay. Now it should be said here that it is equity that we are looking at here. So not the balance itself, but what you can actually withdraw from the account straight away. But I have decided to pick a few other ones instead. So these are not even the best performing as you see on the Excel. So these are the mediocre ones in here, but I still like the numbers and I also want to select some different EAs. So I've selected the 1K link in here, 187C. You can see floating profit or loss is only minus 76. That's pretty good. And if we have a look on the other side, total returns, that's nice, total negative. That's only minus 38 in the last 8 weeks, so that's great. And then despite this one being red, it is actually a plus of 13% in the last 8 weeks. So that one is good. And you can also see that the gains in dollars has been quite good. There's only been 2 negative weeks in the last 8 weeks. I'm picking that one. Then I have link also over here. That's number 252C. Again, floating profit or loss, not too bad. Minus 102. So that's well within the limits that I want. Drawdown is 276 and negative in the last 8 weeks is 41. And still it has 11% also gained over the last 8 weeks. So that's good. Then I found one at the bottom, and that will again show you that you shouldn't discourage or discard any of those. So this is 1K link, 150C. Again, floating profit or loss, manageable, minus 92. We'll also go here and again see the return on drawdown, 215%. So that's good. Only drawdown here is minus 31 in the last 8 weeks. I like that. Gains in the last 8 weeks, 66, and it goes in here around 7%. And if I then take all those numbers, because this only goes 8 weeks back, but we're going to go a bit further and basically take our numbers, and this is now a balance instead. So this is not equity as you saw before, but this is the balance, because this is how we actually present the numbers in here. Sometimes people get a bit confused about the equity in here, but the balance, and you might have a drawdown on that particular one. But no matter, these links still seems to be working out quite well. So if I picked for my 3 copy link service, link 1, 2, and 3 up here, you can trade them on $1,000 accounts. First one is trading EuroCAD, is the RSI Liberator. So this is overbought, oversold EA that we have in here. It's the Liberator version. So that means also you have a grid set up for this particular one, but this one is very, very safe due to the entry of the signals. The second one is the Aussie USD. We are then trading on the simple grid trader. This is the generation 4 that we have set up. And link number 3 is the Euro Swiss francs with the Wave Liberator. So this is a different type of entry. And then we put them down. So for May, June, and July. So for link 1, this is what they did, $269 or 27%. Then we have link 2, did a bit better here, 119, 136, 73, 329 overall, or 32.9%. And the last one in here did also quite well, apart from the last month, only 43. So that was a bit low, but still $295, 29.5%. And then over a period of 3 months with those particular ones, we gained 29.8%. And yes, you're right, that's just below 10%. But hang on, I'm going to tell you how you can actually increase this very, very easily without taking huge risk. So if we have a look at the trade receiver itself to see what kind of data and information it needs, well, you have the trade receiver. At the moment, this is version 5 you have in here. And you can see this comes from Expert Forex and the EA Factory that are actually building these EAs up. And all you have to do is for the center selection in here, says who do you want to link to. In this particular case, we want to link to the 252C. And then you can put in the market signal also, what it is that it's trading. And now here comes the good part. So for the lot factor itself, basically 1.0 means 1 to 1. So that means that whatever gains that I have on my accounts with these particular EAs, you should have very similar ones. They can vary it a bit depending on what broker you're using, what kind of spreads that you're having. But all in all, it should be very, very close. But in here, you can actually manage your risk. So if you think that the numbers I gave you here, which I believe is very, very low, if you want to lower them even more, you can go to a 0.8, or in this particular case in here, because these have proven to be very well managed accounts, you can actually dial it up a bit. For example, 20% to 1.2 instead. And then that will give you a completely different results. The same that we saw before, that was just below 30% over 3 months. Now you will have the individual EAs coming in at $1,082 instead, or 36.1%, which would be around 12% on a monthly average basis. And that is certainly some good numbers with just a small little tweak. And as you can see, the drawdown can bear this. It is far from any danger zone. I also like to set it up on a bigger scale. So just to show you exactly how beneficial the premium forum is, I like to batch up the individual ones in $5,000 accounts. And again, if you don't have 15,000, then you can go to cent accounts, and then all of a sudden it becomes a lot more manageable. All you have to do is find $150, and then you can do the same one here again. So these are the same signals that we have set up for you. We are using the profit factor of 1.2, and you can see how much they are now doing. So a $5,000 account for one will give you about 1,350, the other one 1,645, the last one 1,475 over a period of 3 months. And at the end of the day, that will be profitability. So for these particular 3 EAs in here of about 35.8, obviously these are results that are going back. I cannot guarantee what will be in the future. It could be more, it also could be less. The fact is that we are out of the summer vacation, so I hope our EAs is actually going to be tracking a bit higher going forward. Now, if you remember in the beginning of my video, I told you that 3,000 can turn into 8,000 in here. And obviously the calculations have already been on the way. But there's also another calculation that you can actually make, and that is also a good part for the coupling service in here, because you saw you can change your profit factor, and as you are basically gaining more profits, your equity on your account should be going up. And if we take a simple compounding calculator, so what we have on the screen here, we started off with 3 $1,000 accounts, so that's 3,000. We have an interest, and I just showed you that we can make about 10% per month. We are compounding in this particular case in here quarterly, so that means that we're making adjustments on the lot sizing or your profit factor in here every 3 months. So it means your account is going up, then you are making the tweaks, and we're just calculating this for 12 months. There's no need to do it any further. So we're starting off here with the $3,000 accounts. After a month, we actually made 300, so that is quite nice. And the next month we do 300 again, and for the next month we do 300 again. We now have an account of 3,900. So now it's time to actually basically increase again the profit factor, because otherwise the percentage wise for the account will go down. So we'll give it a bit of a squeeze and compound this in here. You can actually either do that, or you can take the money out if you get to around 900 or 1,000 and add up another account instead, and then that will also create another hopefully 10% or thereabouts. So as you continue to do this for 3.9, then you go, and the next time here you get about 390, and all of a sudden after 3 months again, you have now compounded another 2,000, and you add that into the equation. You're now up to 5. That particular one now creates 500 for you every single month. So you're ending up with 15, almost 1,600 in here. And again, you do it another time, you are now at about 650 every single month. And after a year, you're actually getting the future value here of 8,568. Again, this is obviously just a steady calculated results. The Forex market, it also varies. So sometimes you might only get 9.5%, other times you might get 11. It all depends on how the market is actually developing. But that translates into a yearly compounding of 185%. If you want to be even more aggressive, what you can do is your compounding frequency in here. You can set that up on a monthly basis. So when you go back and have a look at it, you can tweak your profit factor for the extra money that has come into the account, if it has. Otherwise, you simply leave it. You don't want to increase your risk either. But if you do that, you can clearly see that there's a bit more money to be had. We're going from 8,000 into 9,400. And from a balance that started off with 3. And again, yearly compounding, all of a sudden you're up at about 210%. And your investment has actually doubled in this particular case in here after 8 months. So there's some very strong incentives that everything here, very, very easy to adjust also, to adapt to the extra money that is coming in. And at that point, you also need to de-risk yourself, try and take some of the money out. What we do is not necessarily put it back into our bank account, but we are creating new accounts that will then also again spread the risk. So the more accounts you have, if one should go down, then the other ones will definitely pick up the slack. And overall, you will still make money every single month, every single year. So I hope with this video here that we can get you started as experienced or even unexperienced traders. Simply link up to some of the links that I've shown you in here. If you don't like the ones that I presented to you, well, you saw there's a lot other ones that you can go and have a closer look at. The idea here is to get started the easiest way possible. Get yourself around 10%, and then you can also adjust your risk factor yourself up or down. Now, there's a lot of other benefits here also from the premium forum at Expert Forex, and they just actually sent a video out just shortly before I was shooting this particular video in here, showing all the benefits in the new premium forum. So I will also leave a link for that particular video there. It's a very short one, but it explains very well what else you're getting apart from access to the copy link service. So this is definitely worth having a look at. But don't forget, this is the Forex market. A lot of people are actually losing money in here. If you do it the smart way, definitely you have a good chance of coming out on the other side, as long as you don't invest with money that you can't afford to lose at the end of the day. The good part is you can actually adjust your risk yourself, as I showed in here with the profit factor. You can double it, you can half it, you can have your money with your broker. You don't have to give it over to anybody else. These are the great benefits of the copy link service. So I hope that this here has been a very good insight of how you can actually access the Forex market and hopefully make your 10% every single month. So I would like to see if you can give me a comment, a thumbs up if you already tried the service, or if you are willing to go there. Please let us know exactly how you have gone so far. And then otherwise, I'll see you on one of my next videos. Bye-bye.